Alright, hello everyone. So today we're going to be talking about Not in Nottingham. What is Not in Nottingham? Some of you who weren't raised right may ask, and I'm glad you did. So, Not in Nottingham, Not in Nottingham, is a song from Walt Disney's animated film Robin Hood, written and performed by Roger Miller. Now, for context, for those of you who don't know, Roger Dean Miller Sr. was an American singer-songwriter, musician, and actor, widely known for his honky-tonk-influenced novelty songs and his chart-topping country and pop hits, and then they have a couple of his songs listed there. But we don't care about those songs. The song we care about today is Not in Nottingham. The performance by Miller, with narration provided by the minstrel rooster Alanadale, takes place in the rain while the animals are imprisoned. It is one of three songs sung in the film by Miller, with the others being Whistle Stop and Oodalolly. The song was covered by Los Lobos for their 2009 album Los Lobos Goes Disney. Mumford and Sons also did a rendition of their song during their sessions with Daytrotter in 2012. And Watkins Family Hour has long played the song as part of its live repertoire and released a studio version on their 2015 debut album. Now, specifically, the Roger Miller song is what we were interested in listening to. For those of us who, randomly may have thought of the song, thought we wanted to listen to it, those of us who have Spotify. Unfortunately, if you go to the Robin Hood soundtrack in Spotify, you'll see you cannot play. Where is it? Not in Nottingham, right here. You cannot play it on Spotify. What a shame. So, as I was looking for other versions of the song to listen to, I did find, because I was trying to find some alternatives, I found Mumford and Sons. Theirs is on YouTube. It's pretty good. Link in the description. I will say that is probably the best alternative to this, but at that point, if you're listening on YouTube, you can also just listen to the Roger Miller version. I'll say I do actually like the Mumford and Sons version better than the Roger Miller version. So what I did, though, because I want to have something to listen to on Spotify, is I looked for Not in Nottingham. That's not how you spell it. And I just went to songs, see all. And I went to the top 10 songs. And I made a list. And we're going to rank them by what is the best. Now, because I did say I liked the Mumford and Sons version better, we're ranking all these songs compared to Mumford and Sons, not compared to Roger Miller. Sorry, Roger. But Mumford and Sons are still alive, so I think they'd care more. And so, as you can see, I'm going to rank the top 10. So we're starting with Logan Kendall, Theo Lawrence, Johnny October, Los Lobos. We're not doing Not in Nottingham, Prince John demo, because as you can see, this is actually from the same album that wasn't willing to give us the real version of Not in Nottingham. And this is just a sad excuse for the actual song, so we're skipping it. We're boycotting this one. So that's 4. 5 with Watkins Family Hour. Then we got Benjamin Baker. This is another Watkins Family Hour. We're not going to rank them twice, obviously. So then to wrap up the top 10, we have Jack Muskrat, Raul Bove, Jesse Summers, and Ginger Bess. So I compiled all of those into a playlist right here. Unfortunately, with the copyright and everything on YouTube, I can't listen to it with you. I'm not going to put their actual music in the video, but as you can, if you have Spotify, you can make this same list. Actually, I'll just make this list public if anyone wants to listen along with me. So yeah, I'm going to go through this list in the order you see it. I'm going to listen to the song, stop the video when I'm listening to the song, and then I made some notes. We are going to be ranking them. So I'm going to make notes of things I might like and dislike about each song, and then we're going to rank them over here. Obviously, Theo Lawrence is going to be first to begin with, because as you can see, he's at the top of the playlist. So I'm not saying he's going to stay there. I really don't know. I'm going to be ranking this in real time, but as I, decide what ones I like better, we'll either add above or below him, and then add the other ones into the spot in the playlist where I think that they'll go. Once again, these are going to be my opinions, comparing them very strongly to the Mumford and Sons version. So I'll say right now, whatever's at the top of the list here is probably going to be the ones that are most similar to Mumford and Sons, even if they're not necessarily similar to the Roger Miller version. For those of you who don't know, main difference is so there's the lyrics. They all have basically the same lyrics. Then the Roger Miller version has a long musical interlude, and then the song ends. Mumford and Sons has a shorter musical interlude, and then they sing the lyrics again, and it's very good. I appreciate that. I appreciate how they do it. For those of you who don't know, the Mumford and Sons runtime, I have it up on my same monitor with OBS, so you guys can't see it right now, but that runtime is 242, even with singing some of the lyrics twice. Whereas the Roger Miller version, I believe it was somewhere in the area of 507 for total runtime. Yes, 507 total runtime. So the Mumford and Sons is actually more efficient to listen to as well. But anyways, I'm going to start listening to Theo Lawrence, and then I'll talk to you guys again after I've listened to that. Alright, how are you guys doing? I'm doing good. I'm actually doing really good because not only did I just listen to the Theo Lawrence version, but also just so I knew what I was comparing all these to have it fresh in my mind, I listened to Mumford and Sons again. Yeah, for those of you who haven't listened to it, I would definitely take a listen to that first while you can. Like, I know we're doing this for Spotify, but you all, if you're watching this, obviously have access to YouTube. You should go listen to that video. If you don't believe in magic, you will after hearing that song. It's incredible, it truly is. But yeah, anyway, our notes for the Theo Lawrence version, let me get my notes up here. So obviously right now it's at number 1 because that's all we've ranked. Our notes are sad, but in a good way. You don't want this to be a cheery song, guys. This should not be a cheery song. So that is a good thing, right? Like, that it's sad is the best thing about the song that we have so far, and actually the only positive note. I'm not saying it's a bad song. I'm just saying, like, of the notes I made specifically for this song, because while I'm ranking them all in the list comparatively to the Mumford & Sons version, the notes are going to be, for the most part, things unique to that song. So, sad, but in a good way. Did he say nodding? The first time that he went into Not in Nottingham, it sounded like he said nodding Nottingham, which, you know, isn't the name of the song, isn't a lyric in the song. That's not what he should be saying. We want to be clear that we're saying not in Nottingham. I think it has a little too much drawl for my like. The interlude, though, at the end, it's a pretty nice sound. Not directly the same as the Mumford & Sons. Mumford & Sons, they whistle during the interlude. At the end of this, it's got a nice sound, some sort of an instrument. It might even be techno. I don't even know. I don't know that much about music. It could be a fake instrument, but it sounds like some sort of pipes almost, like some sort of pipes, or I don't know. Whatever it is, it sounds nice. So right now we have Theo sitting up at number 1. Will he be able to keep that spot after listening to Watkins Family Hour? I will take a listen and let you guys know. So we're back. We just listened to the Watkins Family Hour version, and now let's see what notes I wrote down for that. So all around season's performance, we saw in the Wikipedia article, it even mentioned these guys have been playing it for years. It's you can tell that they know how to play this song. They did a good job on it. I don't like where they went with flying the first time that they sang it. It was a little, I mean, I'm not going to say don't be creative, you know, add your own flair to it, but I'm not really sure I can get behind where they took flying in the first verse. The instruments sound very supportive. It's like a little ray of light almost are the instrumental support, because it's a sad song, like I said. It's coming from a sad place, but you can feel these instruments building up to support the vocalists and, you know, add some positivity, be a friend in the dark times. I appreciate that. It's a well-developed piano interlude. They used a piano in the musical interlude. It sounds very nice. Again, season performance. These guys are some pros at playing this song. They do sing all the lyrics twice. So Theo Lawrence went with the Roger Miller approach of just singing all the lyrics once, having a musical interlude. Watkins Family Hour, these guys sing all lyrics twice. Now, I don't know what your guys' attention spans look like. This version is 3 minutes and 16 seconds long. I suppose, that's no big deal when you're Watkins Family Hour. You have an hour to play around with at your shows. You can make it a little longer. But yeah, the singing all lyrics twice makes it a little longer of a song. Not that I mind that. I appreciate, that they added the lyrics. I'll say Mumford and Sons only sing the second half of the lyrics when they go back to the lyrics in their song. Again, I'm not, I don't like always comparing people to other people. I'm not going to say you have to be more like Mumford and Sons. I'm just saying I'd like you more if you were, And so right now I will say I'm going to put Watkins Family Hour above Theo Lawrence. There's our first two. And next up, let's see who we have. We have Los Lobos. So I'll listen to this one and let you guys know what I think. So I just listened to the Los Lobos version here. The notes we have about that. It's a cool band name. It means the wolves. I did need to translate that. But still, cool sounding band name. Unfortunately, no points are awarded for that because that's not what we're ranking people based off of. The beginning vocals are almost cheery. It's, like I said, this should be a sad song. It's almost cheery at the beginning. I still appreciate any band who sings this song, Even the people who are going to be at the bottom of the list, they're still good songs. They're still worth listening to. And obviously, this is the top 10 on Spotify, so it's probably the most popular ones. I don't even actually know if there are 10 others on Spotify besides this. But then they start the second vocals with... So it's a 3-minute, 20-second song. They start the second set of vocals right about halfway. I didn't pay attention to the exact timestamp, but the second set of vocals is pretty in the middle. Unlike the other people who sing a second set of vocals, usually end there or pretty soon afterwards. But then also he starts with We'd Up and Fly. Most people either they sing all the vocals or they'll start with I'm Inclined to Believe. These guys start with We'd Up and Fly in the middle and then let it play out from there. It's not a bad song. I'm getting a middle of the pack feeling from it. So there we're going to leave Los Lobos at number 3. And we'll move on to Benjamin Baker. We'll see you guys after that. Alright guys, we're back. And unfortunately, I don't think that Mr. Baker is going to make it to top 3 on the list. So the start is just no for me. The way he says every, it makes it sound like a 4-syllable word. It's like every town, kind of like that. I will say, I think there's a harmonica in it, so that's cool. That's a positive. We like that. Overall, just not a lot sticks out on this song. There's not much sticking out. It's like an ice-covered lake, but not even as smooth. It's just hard to really justify it being top 3. So I really think that right now this is gonna be the bottom of the list for now. Not that it's gonna be the bottom of the list. Who knows where the evening will take us, but it's definitely I will say my least favorite out of the ones we've listened to thus far. He does sing all lyrics twice. I just noted that. Again, not a huge plus or minus really, just something I figured I'd write down. And I don't like the way he says Nottingham. I think he kind of drags out, when he actually says not in Nottingham, in my opinion, he drags out the am too much. So right here we'll throw in Benjamin Baker. Then next up, we've got Logan Kendall, and I'll see you guys after that. Alright, we're back. My camera angle may have changed. I don't know. I moved my laptop. I think I put it back in the same spot. But anyway, we just listened to Logan Kendall. Here's our notes for that. It sounds beachy. It's interesting because beachy is not a commonly used adjective. But when I was listening to it, I was like, this sounds beachy. And I actually saw his bio. If my computer will load, you can see his bio as well. Here we go. And it says here, Logan Kendall is an independent singer-songwriter who is known for his nostalgic, beachy sound and his soft baritone voice. Very nice, Logan. And so our notes for him, aside from beachy, it's a rugged feel with a smooth delivery, is how I would kind of describe the overall vibe of the song. He starts with "I'm inclined to believe" when he sings the second set of lyrics, just like Mumford and Sons does. So that's to his advantage that he sings it that way, and it's an excellent outro. It's the outro. The way he ends the song is among the best we've heard today. He says "Not in Nottingham" once, and just a nice outro tune playing. I think we're gonna put Logan Kendall at number 3. Then I'm going to listen to, let's see who we've got next, Johnny October, and I'll catch up with you guys after that. All right, guys, that was a quick one, coming in at a minute and 12 seconds. Um, so let's see. Here's our notes for that. Downs. Downs is a very long-lasting word in that version, apparently. It's got a lot of drawl. Too hopeful, for my opinion. And he says no happiness. That's not actually the words. It's some happiness. Let's see if we can we get the words, actually. We'll pull over a window from Chrome. Not Nottingham lyrics here. Let's see. Can't there be some happiness? And he says no. So I'm gonna put that at the bottom of the list. Again, it's a good song. Thanks, Johnny. I will probably listen to it again, regardless, just because I like the song. I like hearing the different versions of it. But right now, Johnny October is going to the bottom of the list. And we'll see if he at least beats out Jesse Summers when we come back. All right, so that was Jesse Summers for our notes. Let's see. It was echoey, which is, I thought, sounded cool. It had a nice little echo to it, but not in a bad way. I wrote James Taylor-esque vocals, just kind of reminded me of him for some reason. Poor delivery of the word happiness at the end is a negative thing. Oodalolly ending at the end, they started whistling that Oodalolly song. Some of you guys probably like that more than I did. Not that it's, a huge takeaway from the song or made me like it any less. I'm just saying that was probably to appeal to, more Robin Hood fans than I am. I am more a fan of this song specifically, than the movie. But if you're really listening to this song because you love the movie, you probably liked hearing that little Oodalolly ending at the end there. So I'm gonna put Jesse Summers at 6 for right now. Then let's see, next up we've got Rawl Bove. So I just listened to Rawl Bove. Rawl Bove, who knows how you say it. If you know how you say it, comment below. But anyway, that one's actually not in English. Notes, relaxing. He said Tonto, I think. Like, Tonto from the Lone Ranger. I'm pretty sure he got a shout out in that song. And it has nice percussion. Overall, I'm gonna say it's tough for me right now whether I want to put it at 6 or 7. I think we're gonna put Rawl Bove at 7 overall. And yeah, next up we're gonna be listening to Jack Muskrat. Okay, so I just listened to Jack Muskrat, and for him we have downs. Like, when he says every town has its up and downs, he actually, the s is a separate word from down. He's like, has its ups and downs. It's like a separate word. It's dramatic. I like it. It's supposed to be a dramatic song. You listen to it when you're real moody. So he does that part well, as do many other people, I'll say, on this list. Some people definitely got the dramatic down. It's a little scratchy at happiness. Dude has a nice voice. I'm not complaining. But if all I heard of him was him singing happiness in the way he sung it in the song, I would not think he could sing. There's some woes in the middle, an interesting touch. Not my favorite thing people have done with the interlude. I'm just gonna say I don't like it. Personal preference. Be creative, do what you want to do. But for me, I wasn't a huge fan of the woes he added in the middle. I made it sound too much like a praise song almost. And at the end he says not in Nottingham too much. He honestly doesn't say it that many times. I think he only said it like 3 times. But compared to the other ones, like I like the ones. I don't like songs that repeat the same thing over and over at the end that much. I like who who was it that nailed the outro? I think Logan Kendall. Yeah, was the one who really nailed the outro. He said it once, just let it be, let the music play out. That's not exactly what Jack Muskrat did here. So I'm probably putting Jack at number. Man, this list is hard. See, the other thing is I'm not re-listening in between takes. I've heard each of the I've only listened to each of these songs once while filming this video. Some of them I have heard before. Actually, I'm pretty sure I've heard all of them before, but I haven't listened to them in between takes of the video. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to put Jack Muskrat right here. And if for some reason that changes, we will I will update you guys either in an update video or via Twitter. Kind of is that how you actually spell muskrat, like the animal? Is it really? It is. That's exactly how you spell it. Interesting. I thought it had a C somewhere in there, but I guess I don't. I'm not familiar with my North American rodents very much. So yeah, now we're gonna listen to the last one, guys. Ginger Bess. All right, so that's our last one we're listening to on the list. Ginger Bess. Let's see. It sounds westerny. It sounds like they had a lot of fun making it. It's all right. So the style isn't one I appreciate. I don't like how it sounds westerny, but it sounds like they had fun making it. It's a fun song to listen to. It's cool. They had the whistle and the interlude just like Mumford and Sons did. They started out the second part of the vocals when they sang part of the vocals again. They started out with "I'm inclined to believe," just like Mumford and Sons did. Um, Overall, the layout was very nice, and since we are ranking it based off of how close they are to Mumford and Sons, it should have been very high on the list. Unfortunately, they added Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest from Oodalolly at the end, and that kind of ruined the song for me. Um, that's not in Nottingham. I'm sorry, like that's not the song that we're ranking, and so I really think it belongs around here on the list. You could even say, like, that's how far it dropped. I don't know where exactly it would have been, but that's how far it dropped from having that little outro on the end of it. You could make the argument it doesn't even belong on this list. Like, honestly, if it weren't so down on this list, it very well may up and leave. But I'm going to keep it on just because it is one of the, most popular versions on Spotify that we're ranking. But it really, you could DQ it almost for having things in it that aren't even the song. So here's our final list right here. Coming in at number one, Watkins Family Hour. I guess is what I liked the best. Again, a lot of these, I'm ranking them in real time. Who knows if I went back and listened to them all again, it may change. I'd say one I remember. These ones, yeah, these ones I remember all being pretty good. Logan Kendall still sticks out to me. I'll need to listen to that one again. But no, I don't see any reason that this list would change. But honestly, I'd say top four ish are probably all pretty close together. And then as are the rest of these. They're honestly not that far apart. They're all decent songs. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. And we really don't have any dramatic endings planned to this. If you want some dramatic endings, go listen to the Mumford and Sons version. See you next time.